This video falls under fair use. Fair use allows commentary, criticism, and reactions. What's up, back with another one. So today I'm going to show you this clip of Jay Williams and Warren Sapp. Check this clip out.
I revved at the third really hard. In the middle of my third rev, the bike slipped into second gear. The front wheel popped up, and all of a sudden I started doing a wheelie. And instead of letting go of the bike, you're not see how that's you're naturally like
bike. The first thing you're gonna do, I'm gonna
try to grab the bike, grab onto that bike. My hands were fast. We still got great hand speed, right? Grabbed onto it. The bottom wheel spun out and it turned to the right. And as my momentum's taking me back, I'm trying to wrestle this thing down to the ground. And I'm looking at the speedometer. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going 70 miles an hour. And I look up and right into a utility pole, clips the whole left side of my body. They said I was bleeding internally, that I needed to do surgery ASAP or I could pass away. And it was like my whole life, like all these things, like being on a billboard, going on I-90, starts going through your mind where it's like, yo, what, for this? It's one of the realest moments of my life because that's the day my life really started.
People think buying a $500,000 car is status. They're wrong. It's arson. You're not buying respect. All you're doing is burning equity. And if you actually think that's winning, you don't understand money. Most people flexing these cars don't even know the playbook on how they actually flip them into an asset. You want a G-Wagon or a Range Rover like I'm in right now? Cool. But here's the smart way to go about doing it. Put it in your LLC. Make sure it's over 6,000 pounds and take section 179. Section 179 for the people in the back.
$100,000 on this car that's going to depreciate,
right?
And it's not an asset. Or do you want to spend $20,000 on this car that's going to work just as well as this car,
right?
Then buy you some assets on the side.
See, Terrence Crawford wasn't just talking about his love for his truck. He was signaling the deeper truth. Freedom comes from owning assets, not toys. Because athletes and entertainers get robbed twice. Once by depreciation and again by the IRS. And when the lights dim and the contracts end, the shiny things, they don't hold their value. So let me start this off with giving you gratitude. Not because I felt cut by your words, but because they cracked open a space for me to frankly speak my truth. You see, the problem is we've been programmed to believe progress means putting each other down. That for me to stand tall, someone else has to shrink. But that's the illusion of scarcity thinking. And the honest truth, we're both climbing the same mountain, just from different sides. I know Warren Sapp. I know the fire, I know the energy, I know the will. He's lived battles, and I've lived mine. And when I look at him, I don't see an enemy. I see a reflection. Different scars, same struggle. So here's mine. I've been putting in the hours since I was 21 years old. Not on the court, but in boardrooms, in negotiations, and in the business trenches where mistakes are expensive and lessons are brutal. I lived the weight of decisions that just don't cost dollars. They cost direction, relationships, futures. I didn't squander millions. I didn't vanish into bankruptcy, but I did misstep. I did bleed. And I learned just how ruthless money can be when you don't know the architecture it moves through. I've had so many scars in my life, but this is what's forged me. That's why I can't stop doing this work. That's why you hear the passion in my voice when I speak. It's real. Look in my eyes. Because our culture has been the energy source for trillion-dollar empires. Sports, music, media, gaming, they've all pulled from us. We give the rhythm. We give the language. We give the spectacle. And when the curtain finally drops, too many of us are left empty-handed. If we don't change the blueprint now, the loop just keeps spinning. And I refuse to watch the same movie over and over again. So, Big Brother Warren, thank you, man. Your words gave me the mirror I needed to put this into the light.
What's up? So what are my thoughts about this? Here's the thing. Jay Williams went through something life-changing with that motorcycle accident. It didn't just end his basketball career, it reshaped his entire life. So when someone, especially a public figure like Warren Sapp keeps bringing that up in a joking way over the years, it can definitely come off as insensitive. For fans watching, it's been uncomfortable at times because the situation was never funny to begin with. Seeing them address it live adds a whole new layer. Whether it was about clearing the air or just putting the tension out in the open, it reminded people that behind the headlines and viral clips, these are real human experiences. Jay's comeback in life and broadcasting has been inspiring to a lot of folks, and revisiting that moment in a serious way shows just how deep the impact still runs. People can grow, conversations can shift, and sometimes things that were once jokes get put into real perspective. In the end, it's about respect, respecting someone's journey, and understanding that not everything is meant to be entertainment. And maybe, just maybe, this moment helped turn a page. Okay, so drop a comment, smash that like button, and make sure you subscribe for more videos like this. And I'll see you in the next video.